Am I wrong for telling my in-laws they'll never live with us after they bailed on childcare but now expect us to take care of them in old age? Prior to my wife and I trying for our first child, we spoke with both sets of parents and asked if they would have any interest in helping watch their grandkids until preschool starts. Both were over the moon excited, all four fully retired, and they all said absolutely. The plan was to trade off weeks so they would know their schedules for booking their own appointments, etc. My wife gets pregnant, and around 10 weeks post-birth, she's getting ready to transition back to work when her parents say they've changed their minds and decided to travel more and enjoy their elder years. Okay. My parents did their absolute best to pick up the in-law slack, but daily childcare was too much with my wife and I working full-time. So we ended up with my parents watching on Mondays and Wednesdays, paying for childcare on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and my wife and I working half days on Fridays to handle that, with my parents taking Fridays whenever we needed them too. They're incredible. It was very frustrating to have in-laws say one thing and do the opposite. In 6 years, they've never once watched any of our kids for a single day. So my wife and I bought a house about a week ago. They came over to check it out as we were unboxing, and my FIL sees the house has a first-floor master with a full bath. He turns to my MIL and says, "Oh, thank God, we won't have to do stairs." I said, "Come again?" My MIL says that of my wife and her two siblings, we are doing by far the best, and it would make the most sense for them to live with us since they're in their 70s and a house is becoming too much for them already. I audibly laughed, hard and loud, and said, "Hell would freeze before you live here." This was met with shock from both of them. I explained that when we needed their help, they turned their backs, so we were simply doing the same. My wife agreed. She expressed how expensive and difficult it was with zero help from one side of our village. That was their call, but we were now returning the favor. They're incredibly upset and hurt over this revelation. Were we the assholes for this stance? I don't think so at all, since we do have the space.